Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. You hear Delta in the background coming into town. So I did a video on this '06 yesterday. It's an '06 Crafty. Why don't I give you the model number? The model number for the Crafty is the 917-385140. The engine number is the 10 Tango 702-0857-Bravo 1. It was made in 2006, so the 11th month, 13th day. And if anybody can tell me what the last two numbers are, maybe that's the employee line number or the employee number. Don't know what the last two mean, but it's the 11th month, 13th day of 2006. Just look at this thing. This thing shined up nice. I just degreased it and used the grill cleaner on the wheels and hosed it off, and this is what we got. So we did not need any Lawrence Carroll special, although if we did, I think it would shine even more. But I think it's going to sell like hotcakes without even shining it up like Lawrence would. So I'm going to go with it as is. Did an oil change on it. When I was snooping around, I noticed the safety brake cable was pinched right in that area at the handle hinge, and this is what it looked like. So I had to change out the safety brake cable. So I just got an air filter into this and this cable and an oil change. I'm giving you the number in case you have one of these high wheel Crafties. You want to Google 183-281 is the cable number for this Crafty. 183-281. You Google that and you'll get some hits. You might get a Husqvarna number, which has 3 or 4 numbers preceding the one. But you'll come up with something. You'll find this on eBay or the Big Jungle Company. 183-281. So before we proceed, I got to get a little hydration going, and then we'll talk about the cable I put on it. We're going to do some show and tell with this. I'm going to start this up and do a little cutting. Okay, that was very good. That's what I needed. So the cable I had was a little long, but the throw was right. So I just tucked the extra up here, made a little S-bend to get rid of that extra cable. Otherwise, it would have been dragging on the ground. So whoever had this thing took meticulous care of it. Original air filter, maybe they just were lucky and just kept using this thing. So like I said, when I got it, there was no bail bar, and I just snatched one off of a junk machine. The only thing that I can think of is over time, this area here gets stressed, and I've had them where one side cracks or they both crack and this thing falls off. So if the bail bar was missing, they usually don't fall off due to the spring action. They stay in place. What happens is this stress point pulling on this over time stresses this out. What I've done before is if it's got one side cracked, I'll put a washer here and then just tack it around to reinforce the washer. So I can't imagine somebody got rid of this awesome looking machine, this 2006, for no reason at all. There had to be something going on, unless Harvey croaked. I don't know. But I took off the tank after I left you and cleaned this all up as it should be. So I think we're ready to go. We're going to do a little starty start. Mr. Cluck's going to watch. We're going to see how this thing cuts. So let me sit you up in a proper position, and then I'm going to take another hydration break. Since I'm going to be working, I don't want to drop dead on my front lawn. Who do we got coming in? American Airlines is coming to town. Couple of primes, pull and go. So I've got the freshest cut grass in the neighborhood. I'm always out here testing machines. Code enforcement will never get after me for unkept grass. I'm always out here, and then I let Harvey, the homeowner, test out the machine they want to buy so they can see if the deck height is right for them. So sometimes it gets cut so much there's hardly nothing to cut when somebody comes out to test a machine. So I try to leave certain areas uncut, so at least there's some grass to cut. So there wasn't much here in the front. A little bit grew quickly, but I also use my neighbor's yard right next to me, and if I fix a mower, they don't seem to be cutting the grass, so I go over and use their lawn as a test bed. Speaking of test beds, years ago, John Deere used to use the airport here to test out their push mowers. I actually thought about getting a job with them. So they hire people, and they use the airport property, and you'd see them out there pushing these mowers day after day, hour after hour, just to see if the units were going to crap out. I thought about it for a while. I thought, this is kind of a boring job doing the same thing day after day. We got Southwest coming in, so I never pursued it. They probably had different test centers. They probably use this one here because of the hot climate, make sure the engines can stand up to southern temperatures. But I don't see them doing it anymore. Maybe they stopped the testing facility. But if you drove by the airport, you'd see all these guys out there pushing mowers around. They wouldn't let them do it at the end of the runway, of course, due to landing planes, but it would be all stuff off to the side where nobody could get crushed by a landing airplane. So I'm sure the airport authority really liked that, because they didn't have to cut a bunch of grass. They were getting grass cut for free. So this 06, I'll blow off all that grass there that I just created, and we'll take a picture of this. Mr. Cluck and I think this is a clucking nice unit, and it's going to sell quickly. I'm thinking 140. I know it don't have a bag, but I'm telling you, appearance really sells. I just had somebody come out. They picked the nicest, reddest machine I had. It may not have been the newest one, but they went for the color and condition. And so I know appearance sells. I've got a couple with a few rust spots. They see the rust spots and they turn their noses up. Maybe it's a low hour machine, but they don't know the difference. They want shiny red paint. Anywho, that's where we are. We're done this video. It's the 917-3851-40 on the crafty number. Maybe someday in my old age, I'll start a push mower museum. Too bad this one's going to be gone by then. This would have been a perfect candidate for museum quality. Something like a Chevy Chevelle Super Sport. What do you guys think? Look at that thing shine. I'm under the oak tree and it's still got shiny paint on it. If I did a Lawrence Carroll, it'd blind you, and I don't want to blind anybody. We don't need to cheat on this one. It's doing its own thing without any help. Okay, as always, please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. I'm going to finish hydrating. Kind of a slow day today. I didn't get too ambitious. I kind of been really hitting it hard the last few days, so today was just beautification day. Some light maintenance. I'm not going overboard. So you guys have a good day. Appreciate you coming out. And if you happen to go out and visit your local restaurant, please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. They really appreciate your generosity. Have a good day today. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Come back again. Do it now. Do it tomorrow. Do it the next day. Do it forever.